of a weird story slash rambling, but I kind of want to just talk about my name and how it's kind of contributed to my identity as a woman. So, as you guys heard, my name is Eryn. It's spelled E-R-Y-N. And the interesting thing about the name Eryn is that it's a unisex name. So it's common for both men and women to be named Eryn. It has a masculine and feminine form. And then my problem kind of growing up was that people were more familiar with the masculine form rather than the feminine. And it got to the point where a lot of people would assume I was a boy before they met me. So there'd be times where I'd be on the phone with my female friends, and their parents would walk in and be like, "Oh, who are you talking to?" And they say, "My friend Eryn." They'd be like, "Oh, is that a boy?" They'd be like, "No, I promise, I'm a woman." And so sometimes you even have to put me on speaker to confirm that I am in fact a female. I'm like, "Your daughter's not talking to the opposite sex, it's fine." And then there were even times where my high school friend who went to a different high school than me eventually invited me to hang out with her friends. And I walk into the room and they look at me and there's this awkward silence, and I'm like, "What's up?" They're like, "Oh, well, when she said she was bringing her friend Eryn, we thought you would be a dude." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," because I'm not. And then there were times in school where there would be a male in the class named Eryn, and so in order to tell the difference between us, I would be called Girl Eryn, and he would be Boy Eryn. And so I don't know if you've ever had to grown up with the modifier of girl in front of your name, but it's very awkward. And so even before I was born, when my mom and she wanted to name me Eryn, my mom was like, "Don't do that. People think she was a boy." And mom was like, "No, they won't." And I can confirm 20 years later, they do. And so, yeah, growing up, I didn't really like my name that much because, I was a feminine child. My favorite color was pink. I played with Barbies and stuff like that. And so I didn't really like that people associate my name with a male name. I wanted something prettier or more feminine, I don't know, Rose or Lily or something cool like Victoria. Just something just very clearly female. And so eventually I decided to look into the meaning of the name Eryn because I thought, well, maybe I'll have a cute little meaning for it, because you know how sometimes people's names mean something cute graceful or beloved or gift of God. So I thought, oh, well, maybe Eryn has a cool meaning. And so the masculine form of Eryn, which is a Hebrew name, means mountain of strength or something really cool, and it's from the Bible. And the female version of Eryn, which is typically spelled E-R-I-N, is an Irish name. And so it literally just means Ireland. It's the Irish word for Ireland. And a more specific translation, it means the island to the west. But it basically just means Ireland. And so when I found that out, I was like, oh, that's cool, but I'm not Irish. That doesn't mean anything to me. And it's weird to tell people that my name is just a country. And so I did a little more digging into it, and I found out that the word Eryn, when it came from Irish, it's actually connected to an Irish goddess, and her name is Iru. And so she was meant to be this sort of embodiment of Ireland, and she represented things like peace and beauty and love and serenity and sovereignty and just all these really good things. And to me, honestly, I feel that's what I want to represent as a woman as I enter into womanhood, because I'm 21, I'll be 22 in June. And so as I kind of enter into this transition into adulthood, because I'm graduating college in May, I realized what I really admire about the women around me and the women in my life is that they hold a lot of power, both within themselves and within the world around them. And that's something I really want to embody. And so I feel it's cool to have this name that's sort of connected to this image of a goddess who sort of personifies all these golden traits of womanhood. And so, yeah, I feel it's a really nice reminder to be a good person and be a beautiful woman. And yeah, that's my story about my weird name. Thank you.